What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm just going to go through a back workout that I've got, just talking about what I'm currently doing, and you guys can either follow along or just watch. And I'm just trying to get back into the routine of actually talking about what I'm doing and uploading. So forgive me for being a little bit delayed on an update, but yeah, just getting started on this workout. I've switched to a new gym actually, and I always start off with my lat pull downs at the start, as you can see here, but in this gym, they've actually got these Panada machines. You might be familiar with them, you may not, but this is just a standard sort of lat pull down, nothing special here. But the other machines later in the video are a little bit more functional, and I'll get into that, which is really good because I'm at the point in my workout where I'm trying to shape the muscles, and I think there's exercises that I currently do which have got me good results, but if I want to bring out other areas, I need to sort of switch it up a little bit. So anyway, we'll get into the workout. So all my sets are generally sort of 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, depending on the exercise. Here, I've been playing around with the different attachments they've got here. I forget the name of this attachment, but I think it starts with a H. Anyway, bit of a noob here, but what I like about this attachment is I'm someone that gets a lot of sort of forearm pumps in, a lot of back exercises, and one thing that I'm looking to do is potentially look at getting some straps, because I think my forearms are just overworking and I'm not getting the most out of my sort of back days, and I think that's a limiting factor. So I'll let you guys know how that goes, but I don't want to rely too much on straps because I think it's also bad with those ligaments around your wrist at times. So I still want to keep the strength in my forearms, just maybe slowly introduce that and see how I go, but I think I need to just switch it up a little bit. So this exercise I've been enjoying for my sort of mid back and reaching all the way forward and then trying to pull it all the way back. I did get a finger injury when I first went to this gym because I've got these plastic dumbbells and I was lifting, I think it was like the 48s, and it slipped and sort of hit the meaty part of my index finger or my middle finger, and sort of bruised it. So I'm sort of bracing a little bit of that in these workouts. On some of the movements, I'm probably moving a little bit too fast, and that's another thing I'll get into later. So this is actually a pretty cool machine. It's it's a row machine. It's got obviously the handles rotate, and you can do different exercises here. You got the pedals that you can use at the start, so you're not having to overreach, because you do have to reach quite far forward, which is great for the stretch. So I am trying to hold it a lot more when my arms are extended. That's where you're getting the stretch and then pulling it back. One thing I do want to start doing is holding the movements a little bit instead of it just in constant motion. There was a time under tension sort of way of training that I was doing for a bit, which I think there is a limiting factor to that. I think, it's good to mix up and try different things, but for me, I want to still be able to move reasonable amount of weight. But when I was doing time under tension, I was focusing more on the time under the tension and less on weight, and I just think it was limiting my sort of growth from a muscle building point of view. I'm not what you would call a bodybuilder, but I do a lot of bodybuilder movements, and if I'm going to do any running, it's generally sort of interval sort of training, where I still want to be quick. I don't want to be super slow, even though the type of training that I do will lead to that a little bit, but I still try to maintain a little bit of athleticism where I can. Anyway, moving along. So this movement, again, is similar to the lat pull down, but you're not as restricted. So as you can see, at the top of the movement, your hands are sort of going inwards to get the full stretch, and you're pulling all the way down. Now, what I would do, because this is probably 2 to 3 days into this new gym, is hold either the movement at the top where I'm stretched or at the bottom, just to get proper full activation out of the muscle and stop worrying about the weight. In this gym, these machines force you to probably lift a lot lighter because it's targeting the muscle that well that it kind of hurts to go up too quickly, and plus you'll lose any of the benefits of the exercise if you're doing too much weight with these machines. So these machines are great. I mean, I'm probably going to go on about it in the next couple of videos, but some machines that you sit on, you kind of have to find, I guess, the most beneficial part of the movement and sort of move around to find it. But these machines, you're kind of instantly there, which is really good. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But again, just trying different things, trying different tempos, and yeah, at the moment, or at least this is just a lot of trial and error in this session, but I'll talk more on in my other videos on what I'm doing and how it's progressing. I haven't done rows in about 2 years. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start to reintroduce them into my workout. I found that my lower back was pretty weak, and instead of finding ways to sort of strengthen it, I just kind of avoided exercise like this where it would sort of give me lower back pain. So here I'm not too concerned about the weight. I'm just trying to get myself stable, and I would almost recommend, even for myself next time, not to use shoes that have a lot of foam padding, because you are then balancing where you are in the shoe more than you are on the exercise. So I'd actually recommend removing the shoe so you can be stable and just focus on pulling the bar up. Since making this video, I'm going to try a different variation of this next time. So it's good where I'm keeping the position like currently where I am now, where I'm pulling straight up. But what I saw on a video that I saw on YouTube was, as you're coming up, you want to sort of tilt almost to a 45-degree and then go back down to that movement, which I'm going to try next time. And the point of doing that is because if you're laying sort of flat and trying to pull the bar up, mechanically it's not an ideal movement in that last part of the movement. So by tilting, I guess, your torso upwards, you'd be able to get a better stretch. So I'll try that next time and see how I go. But with this, I was doing 4 sets of 8 to 10 on this one, and just focusing on pulling that up and getting a bit of a power movement, but holding it at the top, and then moving on. So the last part of the workout, usually what I do out in these sessions is traps, usually with back, but I just did a back session today, and I think it was a little bit quicker on this one. But this is the low bar row, and I decided to go with a single arm movement here because for me personally, I've always find that no matter what the exercise is, one side's always stronger than the other, and it seems to be my right is stronger than my left in most movements. Sometimes it's the other way around. But by doing this, I'm getting the full contraction, the full, engagement out of the either side, and that's the way I'm doing it for now. But obviously, I want to start to build up my compound movements because I think that's what's currently lacking from my training. But I'll talk to you guys on these videos as we go along. But this was just a quick back session that I've been doing, just talking about what I'm doing. Decided I'd keep these a little bit sort of shorter so they don't get too boring. And at the end here is my current sort of physique, a little bit of winter weight, you can see down the bottom there, but you can see the back development is there. It's just shedding the weight. It is currently sort of winter here, so I've got a bit of a winter coat, but the size is there. It's just going to be sort of trimming down to get to where I want to be. And hopefully I can share that journey with you guys along the way. So leave some comments down below, guys, and let me know if you want to see anything different in the next video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy.